Question 10b. The price list for a television set is $1,600. It can be purchased by a deposit of $400 and the rest of the amount paid by 12 monthly installments at 25% per annum simple interest. If the television set is purchased by installment, find the total cost. Now, the television was purchased by installment. How much would it cost in total? Going back to the beginning of the question, the list price for a television set is $1,600. That's the cost of the television set. Now, it can be purchased by a deposit of $400 and the rest amount paid by 12 monthly installments at 25% per annum simple interest. So the rest to be paid will be paid instrumentally with an interest of 25% simple interest. Now we need to know how much is to be paid after paying a deposit of $400. Initial payment or initial deposit. Now to balance, the balance to be paid will be total cost minus initial payment, which is $1,600 minus $400, which will give us $1,200. That means the balance to be paid is $1,200. Now, if it's going to pay by installment, that means it's going to pay with an interest of 25%. So we have to find 25% of the balance to be paid. And formula for simple interest is SI equals PRT over 100. We know it's going to pay it 12 monthly installment, that's a year, and he has to pay at a rate of 25% per annum simple interest. So we know our rate is 25% per annum. The time is just a year, 1 year, and it's on simple interest. And the principal, which is the balance, is 1,2. You can call it principal, also known as the balance is supposed to pay. He's only paying the interest not on the total cost of the TV, on the cost of what is left to balance. Since he had paid initial $400, that doesn't count. He has to pay interest on the balance he's meant to pay, since he can't pay it all once. Our simple interest would equals our principal is 1,200, our rate is 25%, and the time, though we're given 12 months, 12 months is a year, so that was another technicality in the question. You leave it as 1 year over 100. We can cut down to the lowest term. 0 cancels 0, 0 cancels 0. So we have our simple interest is 12 times 25 times 1, which is 300. So that means apart from paying $1,200 balance, he needs to add 300 as the interest is going to pay on not paying once. So that's why it's better to pay once and you pay less. You tend not to pay extra. So we have it as the money is meant to now balance. Total new balance with the interest is equals to balance to pay plus interest. Balance to pay is 1,002. That's left from 1,600 after paying $400 plus the interest which we just calculated, that's 300. So we'll do 1,2 plus 300 will give you $1,500. So it's now meant to balance $1,500. The last part of the question says if the television set is purchased by installment, find the total cost. Now the total cost is going to be is equals to initial payment he made, that's 400, plus the balance is meant to pay, that's 1,002, plus the interest. And we've added this initial payment he paid $400. The balance is meant to pay normally without the interest is 1,200 plus the interest, which is 300. Note that we've added these two here, we got 1,500. So the total amount is going to now pay, total cost for the TV based on instrumental payments will be 400 plus 1,2 plus 1,3, or 400 plus 1,500, which you calculated earlier, is going to give us $1,900. Noting that if he had bought it once, he would have paid 1,600, but since he's going to pay with interest and he's paying instrumentally, he has to pay more.